I can't remember when exactly was the first time I encountered Eloy's drum videos on Instagram. I'm pretty sure it was just Yeki, drummer from some of my previous projects, and me just sharing a bunch of his crazy drumming videos where he's absolutely smashing the drums. And at first it's kind of shocking to see, but like very quickly you realize there's a lot of groove and a lot of musicality behind every phrase and every hit. And I also remember just watching his drum videos for the first time. I was laughing because I guess it was like some kind of a defense mechanism because of all the violence I was experiencing. Anyway, Eloy has teamed up with Bogren Digital and he's releasing a drum library. And man, I wish I had more time to spend with the library itself. I just started messing around with it last night because I took a short break for a few days and my deadline is like tomorrow evening. I wish I did more demos and more presets, but I did make 2 demos and made 2 presets for you guys. You can download them in the description below. Let's dive into the first demo. What you will hear is only built on Eloy's grooves that come with the drum library, and it's mixed exclusively within the Kontakt library itself using only the tools the library provides. So no external processing other than simple mix bus stuff. Let's dive in. Everything you hear in terms of the drums is coming straight out of the drum library. The mix and the grooves. And yeah, it sounds phenomenal. Here's the drums by themselves. And before I dive any deeper, the drum library comes with a smaller kit, a groove kit, and a bigger kit, a Grande kit. A Grande kit is pretty much a Slipknot kit, and this is the old Eloy's kit, which he used when he played with Sepultura. I haven't grown a preference yet. It was just a better fitting drum kit for this particular riff. Yeah, so let's just quickly run through all the components. We have our kick, we have the toms, snare. It comes with a few different choices for the snare drum. which is always very welcome. So this is a damped bell brass from the 79. Sounds beautiful. This is a not damped one. Equally beautiful. Ludwig, low tuning, high tuning, Canon Puss, which I haven't heard of, and the Black Raven. I'm gonna stick with the bell brass. I have a few different cymbals. And you can't really change the cymbals, at least not in this version that I got, which is a pre-release version. So I'm not sure if you are maybe getting more, but this is it for this kit. And then you get more with the second kit. In terms of the mixing, you get a choice of few different plugins. You get the equalizer, you get a compressor, which is the 1176 style compression. You get saturation. This looks kind of like a RAT saturation, which I'm gonna get to later. I'm not sure if it sounds like a RAT, but it does, it saturates. You get the envelope shaper. We can shorten the decay of the ringing. If that's what you prefer, of course. That goes for every component. We also have our transient designer, which is working. It works great. And is there anything else? That's pretty much it. That's all you need. And on the master, you can control your send reverbs. You get your parallel compression, which is like a SSL bus style compression. The master EQ, and then your master tape. We can check what they're doing when they're off and then on. And this is with all the master processing. It's just more glued together. It feels like it's breathing more and all that, which is what a master processing is supposed to do. And it comes with a bunch of grooves. I think I used a couple of grooves from here. Yeah. That's really nice and really creative. Yeah, this. So I pretty much used number 3 and number 7 for the main riff. And in the intro, I think I used, yeah. That was the one. So number 5 and number 6. And so on. And the ending part is just a bunch of different fill MIDI grooves put together. And that's our demo number 1. Let's dive into our demo number 2. One thing I noticed, and I think worth mentioning, is that the drum library can be a lot more than just like pure aggression. And that's why I wanted to try, and I wanted to try this with the Slipknot kit, which looks like this, which looks insane. But yeah, let's listen to the demo real quick, and then we'll dive into the whole thing, and then I'll explain some of the stuff that's happening here. Yeah, that's a second short demo I did. Just like each one of these demos took me like maybe 15 minutes each to make. Ridiculous. Anyway, the only thing happening here aside from the grooves and the mixing from within the plugin itself, my RAT pedal was plugged into my headphones out because I was experimenting with some looping stuff, and then there was some kind of latency from the headphone correction stuff, and then it was making like a little distorted type of delay. And I was like looking where it's coming from, and then I remembered, and then I recorded that along with the drum track. And just that by itself sounds like this. And the drums themselves sound like this. And then if we include the RAT, just gives that moist. What the hell is going on? Oh, Arsen is blasting Beatles in the other room. Okay. I approve. I'm not gonna stop him. So yeah, no one is stopping you to, just like experiment with whatever you have at your disposal. This happened to be on my table and sick. So Slipknot kit. Okay, let's get, because this is a very dry, very distorted toms. I'm gonna load up a different mix. Give me a second. And of course, the gong, it had to be used. And it sits so nicely in this song. Beautiful. And same as the other drum kit, we don't get different choices of cymbals, at least not in the version that I have. You do get a completely different drum kit though, so what you have here is differently tuned kick drums and some more snare drums. So bell brass from the 80s, from the 1980, I guess. So nice. Undamped one, Premiere. Damped, I don't know. Another Ludwig. And another, Black Beauty. Black Beauty is such a specific snare drum. Like, if you listen to it just by itself, it can sound kind of soft compared to, let's say, this. That's just like, this one is gonna cut through right away. But Black Beauty, if you know how to treat it, it will reward you. It will reward you greatly. It's a beautiful snare drum. Amazing. There we go. And yeah, I guess other things worth mentioning. Anti-machine gun. I didn't try it off. I just left it on. Auto double kick, which is becoming a thing in these libraries lately, which is usually when you play your kick under a certain time range, it will automatically switch between the feet. So if, let's say, we play like this, it's just gonna keep playing the right foot. But if you can hear it changing, and that's just gonna make things a bit more realistic, which is pretty cool. The drum libraries are sharing the grooves, same exact mixing tools, although this one has a bit more channels because of the nature of the drum kit, which is insane. It's interesting, we are at the point where more and more drummers are releasing their own drum libraries. With making drum libraries becoming more accessible and more companies doing it and doing it amazingly well, it's becoming a form of merchandise of some sort, a form of an artist's merch collection. If you like Eloy, if you're a fan of his, if you enjoy his playing, if you appreciate him as a drummer, it's a really, really nice way to support the guy, of course. But also, this is amazing for bands who just want to quickly speed out demos. Like the things I created for this particular presentation, just like 15 minutes per demo, which is crazy. It's crazy. It's pretty insane. And of course, you know, content creators who are benefiting from this mix ready drum libraries greatly. The guys and girls who just need to constantly pump out the content. And that's it. That's it, guys. That's all I had to say. Beautiful, amazing, so cool, so cool to have this. And big congratulations to both Eloy and Bogren Digital on this really cool release. Link is in the description, as well the link for the 2 presets that you've heard, for the 2 demos that I've made. And yeah, that's it. See you guys in the next video.